Alright, what's going on everybody? Welcome back to another video here on the channel, and to be honest with you, man, I didn't even expect to be making this video right now. I kind of thought that I was gonna have the day off, right? But given the news that we just got from Twitch, I said, you know what? No day off. I'm just gonna go ahead and get this video out now because honestly, man, I am somehow surprised that Twitch managed to completely botch the response to this situation as bad as they have. Now, of course, in my videos in the past, right? We've talked about Twitch, we've talked about YouTube, we've talked about pretty much all of these social media platforms, and I've oftentimes said things like, you can't even surprise me with how bad the decision is, right? Like, you can't even shock me with how bad they've actually screwed this up. But it just seems like with this case, the answer to the problem was just so obvious, right? I mean, the entire community seemed pretty much to agree that this was like something that needed to be addressed, and somehow Twitch addressed it in the worst way possible, because like instead of just actually like fixing the problem or really doing anything productive that actually like helps stop this whole thing and like really, you know, makes the community happy, they literally did the opposite of what everybody wanted them to do. And they have decided that instead of, you know, cracking down on this like Twitch thought meta, this e-girl hot tub meta, I don't even know what to call it anymore. I mean, I'm seeing people call it the topless meta now. I guess that's what we'll go ahead and go with here, right? So a few days ago, obviously, pretty big situation with Twitch. There were some streamers who were basically like showing their entire tits on camera except for like the bottom part. So like 90% of their boobs were in the camera, and like when people would donate or whatever, they're just like jiggling it in the camera and everything. Like it's basically softcore porn. Let's just call it for what it is here, right? And obviously a lot of people were pissed off about this because Twitch just doesn't know how to fairly punish anyone on their platform. They'll let things like this happen, but then they'll ban you for calling someone a simp or a virgin, or for having the wrong posters on your wall. Like it doesn't make sense. But anyway, Twitch has announced their, I guess, new rule changes about this whole thing, right? They've decided to make some updates to their sexual content policy, okay? And they just completely flopped. So to go ahead and talk about these changes, right? They have made changes to like several different things, but I mean, really it's all to more or less protect these like these girls who've been doing these streams. So keep in mind, the whole community was like really pissed off about this, and they wanted Twitch to crack down on sexual content. The community was in agreement. We want more restriction on these things. We don't want to see this shit on Twitch. There's plenty of cam sites online where you can go do this stuff and, you know, be fine. You don't need to be doing it here where everyone's just trying to play video games and talk to their fans, where a bunch of kids use the website and are just trying to fucking check out Fortnite streams or whatever. And then you got some woman with double D's in the camera, right? So the community wanted this to be stopped, but instead Twitch has actually opened the floodgates in a way. So they've now said that certain content will be now allowed with extra labeling and whatnot, right? So they've made some updates that just realistically are not going to go over very well here. I mean, let's just go ahead and take a look. In response to feedback from streamers regarding the guidelines, Twitch rolled out a massive update to its, quote, approach to sexual content on December 13th. In a large post, Twitch clarified a few major changes for the update, one of which now allows, quote, content that deliberately highlights breasts, buttocks, or pelvic region even when fully clothed, provided that it is properly labeled. This aligns with one of the 3 reasons Twitch gave Morgue Pie for her ban earlier this week, leaving viewers assuming that, quote, topless streams might be allowed moving forward. So, like I said, everyone wanted this shit to be cracked down on. They wanted it to be taken off the platform, and then for whatever reason, Twitch is like accepting it and just allowing that it's going to happen. And now I guess content that deliberately highlights these areas will be fine as long as they label it or whatever, right? Which, I mean, I guess that's cool that they gotta label it, you know, it's not just some normal stream on the platform, but even then, no one really wants this shit on Twitch. Like, I don't understand what's so hard to understand about that, right? And then just to clarify too, right? Like, I didn't know who this Morgue Pie girl was before this whole thing happened, but after reading up and like figuring this whole thing out, she's not even just like some Twitch streamer, right? Like, she's not just someone playing games. She's literally a fucking porn star. Like, I mean, it's no clearer than that, right? You can't even argue that they're just doing it for funsies, LOL or whatever, right? Like, this woman literally is in the industry. She makes adult content that you can view online for fucking free. So, like, no, this isn't just these people coming to play games and just so happen to be dressed and skimpy, right? These are literally people from the porn industry infiltrating websites like Twitch and doing shit like this so they can can market sexuality to their viewers, and to an extent market their adult content to their viewers. I mean, I'm sure not every girl doing this kind of thing is in this specific predicament, but like, you literally can't even argue that this girl was just, you know, a gamer girl who got caught up in the wrong thing. Twitch also admitted its previous outlook on this content was out of line with industry standards and resulted in female-presenting streamers being disproportionately penalized. Other policies that were once prohibited and are now allowed with a label include fictionalized, fully exposed female-presenting breasts and/or genitals or buttocks regardless of gender, body writing on female-presenting breasts or buttocks regardless of gender, and erotic dances that involve disrobing or disrobing gestures such as strip teases. So keep in mind, strip teases and all this shit are now okay on Twitch. You can have fictionalized nudity, right? Like all these different things, no problem. As long as you're, I guess, marking it, it's completely cool. But that's not even really the fucking worst of it, man. That's not even really the worst of this entire thing here, bro, because that's not all. Certain dances such as, quote, twerking, grinding, and pole dancing are now allowed to stream on Twitch without a label, and broadcasts that are labeled with, quote, drugs, intoxication, or excessive tobacco use, violent and graphic depictions, gambling, and/or sexual themes will no longer be allowed on Twitch's homepage. This marks a major shift for Twitch's policies on such content. While responses currently appear to be mixed, many viewers are happy about the changes coming to the site's homepage regardless. And I will say, that might be like the one good thing about this entire update, right? Is they're actually cracking down a little bit on the homepage and making it to where just like, you know, let's be honest, degenerate shit is not just showing up on the homepage and being recommended to anyone and everyone. Like personally, I smoke, you know, like I think that's fine. I think people should be allowed to smoke weed on their streams, but like to just pretend like that's something anyone and everyone should be watching is just not true. Like, yeah, kids should not be watching people fucking get drunk and smoke pot and vape and do nicotine and, you know, gamble. Yeah, I get that. So I am fine with the homepage update, right? But even with that, they somehow hold it down with, you know, allowing people to fucking twerk. Apparently they can pole dance and grind. They're not even fucking hiding it anymore. It's not even just about artistic expression, right? Where, oh, I'm just painting my bare titties on my stream into butterflies because I really like art and I think that's a really cool thing. Which, by the way, artistic depictions and expressions are a big focus of this whole update. But, you know, that was the big excuse back in the day. Oh, I'm just doing body painting, you know, I'm just doing some artwork or whatever, right? You don't even have to fucking do that anymore. You can just install a stripper pole in the middle of your studio room and you can just dance around the damn thing in a thong and nobody will say or do shit to you on Twitch anymore as long as you're just marking it for adults. Like, what the fuck are you guys doing, man? It's just so clear, like, what should have been done here, right? Like, Twitch is a website where people go there, they want to see people playing video games. That's the whole fucking point. Like, if you want to watch women strip and get naked and do sexual shit, go to a website where that's already being done. Go to an adult website. Why do we have to fucking sit here? Well, we'll just make sure that the women twerking are marking their streams for adults only, right? Or perhaps they could just go to the adults only websites that already exist and they could do that shit there and, you know, your little cousin can watch Mario Kart streams on Twitch. I don't see what's so difficult to understand, you know, like what's so hard to pick up on that. But I mean, obviously there's nothing I can do, right? They're not going to just watch an Optimus video and be like, well, you know what? He doesn't like the rule update. He doesn't like the changes. So we got to switch it. Now, trust me, I think it'd be a really cool world if that was the case or whatever, but it's just not. So for me, man, it's just another failing example of Twitch leadership in another just complete line that we've seen for years of just failure on failure. So nothing too surprising about it. I just can't believe somehow that they fucked it up this bad. I mean, it says in the article, all the opinions seem to be mixed. Honestly, the only people I've seen who are like actually defending the fact that Twitch is allowing fucking twerking and they're allowing, you know, fictionalized nudity, and honestly, I don't even have the problem with that. Like, if people are on there drawing some stuff, I mean, it's still weird or whatever, but like, it's really, in my opinion, not the same thing as some woman getting on there and doing that shit. But I mean, I would be much more cooler with that than fucking, like I said, people just literally stripping on Twitch and whatever. But it's just crazy how everybody was against that shit and everyone's like, yeah, they aren't fair in their ways that they actually levy out punishments in their community. And then the funny part is, I think I glossed over this by accident, but in the article it says that they thought their previous outlook was somehow out of line with industry standards, and it resulted in female streamers being disproportionately penalized. Meanwhile, for years, people have been saying that Twitch favors women, and that, you know, when it comes to levying out punishments and whatnot based on their terms of service and everything, that men routinely get worse punishments than women, and women will routinely get away with doing the same shit that male streamers will get sniped for, right? So how out of touch can you be with your community? Like, everybody is openly saying, you guys are not fair, you're sexist in the way you deal out your punishments, you constantly favor women, we don't want this kind of shit on Twitch, we don't think it's appropriate for the platform, take it elsewhere. And Twitch somehow hears all of that, right? And their, I guess, outcome or their response is, we've been too harsh on the women. We need to allow more titties stripping and twerking on our platform. Everybody seems to love that, and Twitch should be the permanent home of that. Like, at this point, just rename the platform fucking Twitch Hub, you know what I mean? Stop using gaming as the fucking primary marketing for the website. Because that's funny, you know? Like, they always say, well, we're trying to foster a complete and, diverse community here at Twitch. We want people of all interests to be able to stream here. Have you ever noticed, though, that when they market the platform, and when they, like, advertise it, it's always marketed as, like, a fucking gaming platform, right? Like, oh, you can come watch Fortnite and Call of Duty here and everything else. But then, you know, when it comes to actually treating it like a gaming platform and actually enforcing the rules like a gaming platform, suddenly now, hey, we gotta let everybody in here and do this, man. You know, like, what are the ladies gonna do if they can't twerk, you know? Will they play video games? I mean, we couldn't have them doing that, right? Why should we have people playing games on the gaming website? It just doesn't make any fucking sense to me, man. But hey, that is what Twitch did. So what can I do? Like I said, I thought I was getting the day off. I was playing Fortnite, relaxing, waiting on my pizza, and yeah, the whole news broke. So I was like, you know what, man? I don't want to wait till tomorrow to make this video. I got plenty to say now. Let's go ahead and get it out. And so here we are. Thank you guys for watching. If you did enjoy, make sure to leave a like. Subscribe if you're brand new around here on the channel. Follow me over on Twitter and Twitch at SubToOptimus. Make sure to check out Shoptimus down below. Thank you to my Watch Optimus subscribers. Your support helps the channel tremendously. And until my next video, guys, this is Optimus, well, talking about Twitch failing yet again, and signing out. And that's a wrap on this video, but a big shout out to my Optimus Nation supporters. You guys are the real MVPs here. Your support with just $10 a month unlocks a treasure trove of exclusive videos, constantly updated, archived live stream VODs, and early access to all new uploads. Thanks for watching, and see you soon.